I'm going to show you how to use the theme editor. So for you to adjust your theme design or set up the theme layout modules, you can use the theme editor to do this. So for you to access the theme editor, you navigate to the store management section and select settings. Then you proceed to select themes. All right, so this will open the themes page. So here you can see we have just one store, which is the default store. So for us to set up or adjust the theme for this store, we go ahead and click on the edit button. So here is the theme edit page. So this section will enable us to change the active theme for our store. So currently the expression theme is used for this store. So we can change it to any of these other themes by selecting it here and then clicking the save button. So once we have set up the theme, that's the default theme for our store, we can then proceed to customize the theme by clicking on the customize theme button. So to do this now, let's go ahead and click on this button. All right, so this will open a preview page of our theme. So this is actually an interactive page to enable us adjust the theme design or adjust the theme layout modules. So the first thing we have to do once we get to this page, if we want to make any adjustments, is we navigate to this section and click on the menu button here. So when we do this, you can see that we have different options here. We can access the CSS editor. We can access the theme general settings. We can access the layout designer. And we can also access the pop-up card styler. So let's go to the first one, which is the CSS editor. So let's go ahead and select it. So the CSS editor is basically for editing the theme design. So if you are conversant with CSS, you can use the CSS editor to check your code. You can enter your CSS code and then see the changes in real time. So let's say, for example, we want to edit this menu section here. So you can see that when we move our mouse cursor, it shows us the element. This is the CSS element for this section. So you can see here. So let's say we want to make adjustments in this section. We can copy this. We can just come here. Let's say we come here again, right? I want to change, let's say I want to change the background of this section. So we can come here and click on this section. Now clicking on this, you can see that the code has been added automatically here. So for us to further adjust this, let's say I type in background and then I add the code here. I say background, just a random, and then close it. All right. So you see that adding this has adjusted the background color in real time here. You can also change the text color. Let's say I want to change the text color there. We say color all right, and then we save this as well. So basically these are ways you can use the code, the CSS editor, to adjust your theme. So let's say we have finished adding the CSS code we want to add. and we've made all the adjustments. So for us to save these changes, we go ahead and copy the code, right? And then come back to the menu section here, select theme settings. So this will show us the list of available themes we have. So for us to make this adjustment, we have to ensure that we select the theme that has been set as our store default theme. So for this example, the expression theme was set as the default theme. So we go ahead and select it by clicking on the View Settings button. All right. So you can see that in the settings page, we can open the custom code section here, right? And then under the custom code section, you see we have custom CSS. So this is where we'll now add the code adjustment that we just made. So let's add it here, right? And then we save. All right, so now that we've saved, let's go ahead and close this. All right, so closing this will refresh the theme preview page. So you can see that on the refresh, you can see that the adjustment we made has now been added permanently here. So this is just an example on how you can use the CSS editor to make design changes to your theme. So let's say we want to further make additional changes. Let's say we want to add, let's say we want to change the color of this footer section. Let's come back here again. We select the CSS editor, and then we click on this section. You see it has been added here. We say background. All right, let's make the background green. All right, so you can see it has been added here again. So after adding this, let's say we want to make another adjustment to the menu here. Let's say the menu section here, we want to change the header section. So we select this. So you see it has been added. We say color white, or we just put the color code. All right, so you see it has been added. So now that we've added these two codes, right, for us to save this permanently, we just come here, copy it again, go to the menu section here, select theme settings, select the theme, and then we navigate to custom code section here and scroll down to the end here and add the code. You can see it has been added, and save. All right, so now that we've saved, let's close this. All right, so scrolling down, you see that the adjustments we made are now active here. So these are ways you can use the CSS editor to adjust your store theme design. So the next thing we have to look at after we have looked at the CSS editor is to check the layout designer. So the layout designer allows us to edit the theme layout modules. So to do this, we go ahead and select it here. All right, so wait for the page to load. All right, so you can see this is the layout designer. So this is a drag and drop layout editor for your theme. So currently we are viewing the home page layout. So you can see the modules we have in the home page. So we can remove any of the modules we have here, and we can add new modules by selecting it from here, and then we drag it into the page. So let's say we want to remove the bestseller module, which is currently active. To do this, we come here and click on remove, right? And then after we do that, we click on save. All right, so now that we've saved, let's close this page to see the change in the theme preview section. All right, so you see that the page has been updated. This is the home page. The bestseller section has been removed from the home page. So let's say we want to remove the latest product section. That's this section here, right? So to remove this section, let's go back and select the layout designer here. All right, so wait for this page to load. So you can see this is the latest product module here. So we go ahead and remove it and then save. So now that we've saved, we close the page again. So this will refresh the theme preview page. So you see that the layout in the home page layout, you see that the latest product module has been removed. So we can also make adjustments by adding new modules. So let's say we want to add a new module to the home page. We select the layout designer here. All right, so once the page loads, we go ahead and so let's search for a module we can add. So let's say, for example, we want to add the banner module. So we select this, we drag it here. And then once we drag it in, we can go ahead and edit it. All right. So we make sure that the status is enabled here. Then we go ahead and add the banner. All right. So for this example, we'll add this banner here. And then we save. So now that we've saved, this module is now active here. And then the next thing we do, since we added a new module to the layout, we go ahead and save again by clicking this button. So now that we've saved the home page layout, let's close the page. So you see that once the theme preview has been updated, you see that the new module we added is now active here, and the image we uploaded is also visible. So this is what your customers will see when they visit the home page. All right, so this is just examples on how you can use the layout designer to adjust your store theme layout modules. So after we have looked at the layout designer, we can also access the pop-up cart styler. This is basically used to adjust the settings for your shopping cart. So let's say, for example, we process an order. Let's say we just let's say we select this product here. So you see that selecting this product in the interactive page here, it gives us the option to access the product page. So it says click here to go to this product page. So let's go ahead and click it. So you see that this will open the product page in the theme preview window. So let's wait for the page to load. All right, so this is the product page. You can see that we are going to test this by adding this product cart. So let's go ahead and add it to cart. So once this finish loading, we come here and click on the cart button there. So you can see this is the shopping cart. So for us to adjust the features on this shopping cart, we use the pop-up cart styler. So this is the pop-up cart. So to adjust the settings, maybe we want to change the color or want to change any of these features, we come here and select the pop-up cart styler here. So this will open the pop-up cart settings page. So from here, let's say we want to change the settings here. Let's say we want to remove the coupon input field from the pop-up cart. We go ahead and disable this and save it. All right. So now that we've saved it, let's close the window. This will refresh the theme preview page. So let's go ahead and click on the cart button again. So you see that in the cart section, you see that the coupon input has been removed. So if we want to remove, we can also remove the gift voucher if we don't want it. To do this, we go back to the pop-up cart, select it. All right. So here we'll now disable the gift voucher input field here and save it. All right. So after saving, we close this. So now that we've closed this, we go ahead and open the pop-up cart again. So you see that the gift voucher input has been removed. We can also adjust the color of this cart by clicking the menu section here. Select pop-up cart styler. So in this section, we go ahead and choose styles and colors menu here. So let's say we want to adjust the color for the background. We can do this by first of all enabling this section. So to enable it, we click on this status button here. So once we enable it, we go ahead and search for any of these fields that we want to change. Let's say we want to change the pop-up header section color, background color. So we come here, we make it black, change the font color to white. So after we do this, we save, make sure that this is enabled so that any changes we make here will reflect in the storefront pop-up cart section. So now that we've made this change here, we go ahead and save. All right, so let's go ahead and close the window. So as usual, it will refresh the page. So let's select the cart again. So you see that the header section background color and text color has been updated. So now it's black background and then the text color is white. So these are just examples on how you can use the pop-up cart styler to adjust the storefront theme pop-up cart section. So basically, these are some of the things you can do using the theme editor interactive environment. So after you have adjusted your theme, in order to exit the theme preview environment, you come back to the menu section here and click on the exit preview button. So this will navigate us back to the theme settings section. So in this video, I've shown you how to use the theme editor, how to adjust your theme color and design using the CSS editor, and how to also adjust your theme layout modus using the layout designer. Thank you for watching.